Hello and welcome to another update video about Mask. Had a few member requests about Mask, so I'm happy to do a video about Mask. Whenever we get coins with a lot of green candles, right? Whenever we see a pump candle, first of all, it's often too late anyway, right? But then obviously I get a lot of requests. So this is one obviously where it might be worth watching. I have to warn you, this is not high probability, because this coin tries to emerge out of a lifetime downtrend. So the problem is with this chart, first of all, it's a lifetime downtrend. Any coin in a lifetime downtrend is at high risk. It is what it is. Even if you see here, whatever it is, 200, 300, 400% jump to the upside here that we saw, 500%, yeah. First of all, when you see that, it's often too late anyway, yeah, because the move has already happened. And you get these crazy moves throughout crypto. But the problem is, if you try to buy breakouts, yeah, you're far away from key support now. So yeah, generally the comment about these charts is always lifetime downtrend. How can you you don't really have the structure to build any sort of analysis on, that you could argue that this is now in an uptrend or whatever, because it's just purely isn't. It hasn't even pushed above the high from here, November 21. Now you could say other coins haven't done that as well, and that's true. The problem is we don't have a history of an uptrend. So investing in a coin that is in a lifetime downtrend, doesn't really matter why, maybe it's just bad timing, is always high risk. So please be aware of that. And we've seen numerous examples in the past where coins have been in a lifetime downtrend and just died. They just disappeared. And you sometimes get these odd, strange pumps to the upside. It's just what it is. But let's also take a look at what is possible here. I mean, look at this. Yeah, but yeah, of course, this could start to move. But we've got, first of all, we have to identify key resistance areas. So you can see here the $6.58 level or $6.50 level is highly relevant. It's a very significant high. We haven't even broken that. And then we've got this high at $7.50, which is the next highly relevant level. And if we get above that, then I think it can move fairly quickly into the $14 region. Now, if we add the VRVP to this chart, it shows you sort of the historical volume. I think it's still loading for some reason. There you go. So you can see basically what I confirmed, pushing above these resistance areas, yeah, will let you enter an area of insufficiency here, which means that it could get quite quickly to that sort of region up here. Yeah, maybe even not quite $14. You know, the spike starts a little bit lower, around $12, $12.20 is going to be a key area of resistance here, where you had a lot of historical volume. But still, pushing above this area here, yeah, should send us higher quite quickly. So that's something to keep an eye on. From an Elliott wave point of view, that's certainly relevant as well. But maybe before we do that, let's take a look at the EMA ribbon as well. EMA ribbon shows that we are currently certainly above it on the daily. That certainly is going to give us here some support. We had a long signal here on the 29th of October. Since then, the price has moved up certainly, which is good. Yeah, so we are above the EMA ribbon. That's generally a signal that we are in a short-term uptrend. We're also above the EMA ribbon on the 4-day chart. We haven't had a long signal here, but we are above the EMA ribbon and they start to cross, which is a bullish signal. 2-day chart, we had a long signal here as well, and we are also obviously above it on the 2-day chart. Maybe the last one to check is the weekly. Here we haven't broken above the EMA ribbon yet, but obviously sort of more short-term on the daily, we are comfortably above the EMA ribbon. I think that's always important to understand. Are we actually in an uptrend or downtrend? You can use those EMAs as a trend filter. And the trend is certainly up here at the moment. From an Elliott wave point of view, what does it give us? Well, this is certainly a possible 5-wave move to the upside. Yeah. Just want to show you the count. So let's do this. Elliott wave, yeah, 5 waves. Here, wave 1, 2. Then we had a wave 3 here, a wave 4 here, and a very long wave 5. Not a problem, yeah, you get these sometimes. I'm just actually thinking maybe the wave 3 was actually here, but I think it's rather here. 5 waves, it wouldn't make a difference anyway, but it's a 5-wave move to the upside, which means it's not looking too bad, okay? So then we could say this was wave 1. Is this already wave 2? Possibly, and we move up in a wave 3. We would come down a 4 and a 5. So I have to change the wave degree of this now. Maybe then the color. Problem is, I don't think we are already in the wave 3. If we were already in the wave 3, it should push up much more. So my interpretation would rather be wave 2 isn't finished yet. It could be, but it would only be the alternative interpretation. My view is wave 2 isn't finished yet. And we have here an A, B, which could push a little bit higher, and then a wave C to the downside. This should ideally not go below the $2 level. Below $2, this whole pattern is probably going to break. Yeah. A signal that we are already in the third wave, you probably won't get that until we break above the wave 1 high at 598. That would be the breakout point. Because this wave B could stretch a bit higher. At the moment we have very clearly only 3 waves. A, B, C. Yeah. So in wave B, A, B, C. So let's just change the degree here as well. And we can calculate the target for the C wave as well. We take the length of the wave A, go to the low of the B wave, and an ideal target would be 488. So we could argue that above 488, this would actually be the first signal, okay, that we are already in the wave 3, because it would then move higher than a wave C would normally do. Okay, so that's the key level. Getting above that level would indicate we are already in the third wave to the upside. I can give you a target for the third wave as well, roughly, yeah. And the target would be, oops, $10.30. 10.27. So this is a count that looks reasonable. That could work out. Again, primary expectation, we came down in a wave A, moving up in a B now, and we could move down in a wave C. That's the primary expectation. Reset wave 2 a little bit lower. However, if we break above the 1.618 extension of wave A here, which is the $4, let's call it $4.90 level, then we would have to assume wave 2 was already in here and we're already in the third wave. But at the moment I can't assume that. We have to have it on the radar, but it can't be primary expectation. And yeah, so this count would work out. It's just that it's not, and you need to understand that this is not high probability. It's not a high quality chart. A good day or a few good days don't make a good chart, okay? We see a few green candles. It's all good. You know, I understand that a lot of people get excited when you see a few green candles. Yes, but it is still a lifetime downtrend chart. So it's not, it could work out here, this count, but it's not high probability. And below $2, this is probably going to fall into pieces. So the problem is also with this count now, you're not even close to support. I think if we come down in a C wave once more, that might be another entry point because, you know, even if it doesn't work out, it's fairly low risk because you're quite close to the invalidation point of $2, right? Well, invalidation is not $2, but below $2, it's going to get very, very likely that we're going to get this movement invalidated, okay? So you can set your stop loss quite tight, and then these can work out quite nicely, right? But I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't enter now. Personally, you can do what you want, but personally I wouldn't because, yes, this can stretch a bit higher short term. There's a risk that we then come down in a C wave. And going in long now, you know, you're quite far away from key support. So that is what it is, okay? But that's my understanding of mask. That's the analysis. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.